Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your Sagittarius season reading. The messages that come through may resonate for your sun, moon, rising, or your north node. And the time frame in which this reading covers is November 22nd through December 21st. And Aquarius, we are going to have Mars and Venus side by side in Sagittarius from November 30th to December 14th. And Mars and Venus both move at different speeds, so it's not every day that they sync up together in the same sign, and therefore it's a bigger deal when they do. And on top of that, December 11th through 14th, Mercury is going to join them. So for 4 days, we will have Venus, Mars, and Mercury all together in Sagittarius, along with the Sun being in Sagittarius. All right, so this is deeply spiritual energy. It's also deeply healing energy, and you may find that you've got a big focus on relationships, okay, going down memory lane, feeling nostalgia, all of that, and you may even realize this wound you've been carrying around somebody who really hurt you and betrayed you is like you're finally going to be able to move on from that pain, and you're no longer hurting over it. It's no longer impacting you. You're no longer waiting around for somebody to apologize or come back in. You're finally healed and moving on and moving forward. So let's see what else is happening for Aquarius during Sagittarius season. Oh yeah, look at, you got focus on relationships, whether it's friendships, family connections, or romance, past and present, or even potentially what's coming in the future. All right, so we've got caring connections. Yeah, look at that. Storm warning and the world. Okay. Aquarius, I do feel that many of you have been very hurt by somebody. Okay, like that's just the first thing I picked up on as I started the reading for you guys is the pain or the betrayal, the heartache that somebody brought into your life. It's like what they did was a storm that destroyed your whole world. Okay, again, whether this was a family member, a friend, excuse me, a romantic partner, or a combination of two or all three, you know. But whatever happened, you feel like they were a storm that destroyed your world. And you've really been working with that energy. And it could be something that happened in 2025, or this could be something that happened longer ago than that. You know, we all heal at our own pace. And some of you, this destruction of this person ran very, very deep. And now, Aquarius, you're finally going to be moving past this through Sagittarius season. It's the end of things, the world, the completion of that storm that that person created within you based on their actions or their behavior. And again, if you've been kind of waiting on them to actually care or feel bad or make it up to you or apologize or try to come back, you are moving on from that. You don't care to connect with them anymore. Even if this is something for a long time, like you just really wanted this person back in your life and felt like there's nothing you guys can't work past, it's because you were in that grieving phase of the loss of that person out of your life, the loss of the relationship. You were grieving, and when we're grieving, we just want back what we've lost. And now you're really coming out of that grieving, and you're just seeing the writing on the wall, and you're like, wow, I really deserve better than that. Why would I ever let that person back in? Or life is finally getting really good for you, okay? And they don't deserve the best of you when they destroyed you and walked away, leaving you in the worst possible way, right? They don't deserve the best of you. And that's where you're headed. Like, you're coming into your comeback. You're elevating. you are really moving on from the past and what they did. You know, even if this is somebody that you just love dearly, you're over it, Aquarius. You've healed. You're moving on. You're moving forward. You're not waiting another minute. And that might also be why some of you have waited, is because you know that the moment you allow yourself to heal and move forward, that you'll never come back around. Like, it's just over. And you've been trying to preserve the connection and not allow yourself to heal and move forward and move on, because you know once you do, there's no turning back. Okay, but the time has come and you're getting over this at this point. You know, it's just something that's naturally happening. The Emperor. Eight of Wands. This could be connected to an Aries. Now we've got Queen of Cups, and it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But what I see is, yeah, you're done. And you know what, Aquarius, not for all of you, but some of you, this person is like gonna try to come in and reach out or something. Okay? And that's why you're realizing how much you've truly just moved on. Like they're trying to put it all out there emotionally for you, and they're trying to be vulnerable and open, and it's like communication here. You know, they're communicating vulnerability and emotion, and here you are coming through as the Emperor. Like, I don't have time for all these feelings and explanations. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, you've really grown and changed since this happened. You've, some of you have really leveled up, okay? And so there may be like the thought, are you trying to come back in because of what I have now, or because you genuinely miss me? But that's what I'm seeing, Aquarius, is completion and closure, finally. And that's like what Sagittarius season is offering you, is that completion and closure that you've just been unable to find. And this could even be a relationship that's just been really back and forth for quite some time. And the Emperor energy, you've received everything that you were meant to out of this connection, and you've grown, and you're wiser, and you're stronger, and you're more seasoned. You know what else? This is very specific for some, Aquarius. This was a romantic thing for you, and you've met somebody else, and for a while you've been kind of straddling the fence of really letting this new person in and closing the door on the past. Like, you haven't allowed yourself to fully move on and move forward with this new person, because within you, you haven't been sure about the past and what you really want to happen there. And if that person did show back up, would you drop the new person to be back with that person? Like, you've been on the fence. And so I feel that you haven't allowed like commitment or the relationship to progress and grow the way that it should have up to this point, because you've been kind of on the fence. And now through Sagittarius season, you are gonna go all in to this new connection because of the healing that you're finally receiving. Now, that will not resonate for all Aquarius, but that's definitely a strong scenario here, where you've been entertaining this new person but not giving them the commitment because you are still looking back at the past, but you're overcoming that. All right, Leo, courageous, regal, loyal. Yeah. You just see them for what they are. And if their energy can't match yours, what's the point? You're really getting over that grieving stage. And that's why I feel like you're able to finally move on. And then we have waxing or waning crescent moon, surrender, restoration, and trust. Waning crescent moon is the moon waning down, you know, a little bit more every single day before it goes into the new moon energy, right? So there comes a point through this process where it's complete darkness. And that to me is the representation, like the waning crescent moon is like that's where your feelings are at. They're in that crescent position and they're just getting less and less and less and less. And Jupiter, optimism, growth, opportunity. Okay, so for many of you, there is a new prospect on the horizon if this has to do with love and romance, okay? There's a new prospect, and the new prospect is the path for you, okay? With Jupiter and the Queen of Cups coming through. Jupiter is currently in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, okay? So Jupiter is activating you emotionally right now. Jupiter is going to be moving into Leo at the end of June of 2026. Okay. And so that's going to be very empowering for you right now. Jupiter is helping to heal your emotions. And then Jupiter's going to empower you when it moves into Leo. But Aquarius, you're truly getting over this. And you know, for some, this could even be where this person has come back into your life and you've already been like trying to make it work. And I just had the Hermit fall as I was saying that. Okay. This person's come back into your life and you're trying to make it work with them, but you're realizing that it can't. You could love them, you could forgive them, but you're realizing that you could never trust them again. Like the trust, the innocence is just gone and broken. It's destroyed. And from your perspective, that's just not something that you can get back. You can love them still, you can forgive them, you can harbor no ill feeling towards them. But you realize I would never trust you again, and that innocence of that trust will never ever exist between us again. And you just don't want it. Like, you're really coming out of that grieving phase. Yeah, you've gone through it. Okay, you've cried. You have good days, you have bad days, but you're just really guarded because of that. Like you can't move on, you can't move forward. But the devil in this position, okay, is you're finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel. And then look at here, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is a hard chapter that you're moving through and you've had a hard time letting go of. Okay, with this Four of Pentacles, you've had a hard time letting it go. And look at it, because you dealt with the Seven of Swords. Okay, somebody acted like they loved you and they cared about you. Because look at the very next card beneath is the Star. And the Star is the card that represents you. Like they told Aquarius that they loved you and all of that, just for them to drop you hard through the Seven of Swords. Okay, so you just realize that you can never trust them again. And you know, if this is romance, there may have been a time where you're like, no, I'll wait forever, it doesn't matter. But now you don't feel that way anymore. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to be open and trusting, Aquarius. There may be a new friend that's going to be coming in, that's going to be a good friend. There could be a new romance coming in, or you could already have people, you know, in your life, but you're just so closed up because of what you've been through. And it's time to lay down your weapons and your armor. With the devil's back is turned, like you have nothing to fear. It's the end. It's over. and believing that you can love again and that you can be happy again. All right, Four of Cups. Yeah, look at this, Aquarius. Five of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. And in this position, it's like you shall not pass. You cannot proceed. And then look at who we have again. The Queen of Cups. So many of you, this is a water sign. Oh my gosh. And look at who we have on the bottom. The Star again. Yes, we will take that. The Queen of Cups. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have strong energy. It could involve, like, that could be the past person, or the water sign could be the new person coming in. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, with the Devil, a fellow Aquarius, since we have two star cards, and Aries coming through. Okay. But you've changed, I was about to call you Capricorn. You've changed, Aquarius. You're not the same anymore. And you have come to the realization that you are never going to be able, like, again, you can forgive and forget, but you can never recreate what was once there. And you've come into a full acceptance about that. And it hasn't been an easy journey. And this is you receiving your healing, you reaching the light at the end of the tunnel, you getting some sort of wish fulfillment, and also a new connection, whether it's a new friend or it's a new romance coming into your life. And Sagittarius season is helping you lay down your weapons and your armor so that you can really let that new person in, okay? Which you have a lot of fear of because of what you went through. And again, if somebody's trying to come back in, even if you were like all about it, you're just Aquarius, you are not. You can forgive them, but it's, you have changed. It would be like great to see them and for them to speak like loving words to you, but they might kind of make you want to crawl out of your skin or give you the heebie-jeebies because they betrayed you so badly. And now Sagittarius season is just bringing you the truth and the healing and the transformation you've needed to let this go and move on and move forward. So you're seeing this reading right now. You clicked on it because you are about to enter a new era of your life. You're about to be deeply healed. You're finally going to get over this person. And you may have thought that would never happen. And you may have thought that you would never love again, but the universe very well could have somebody quite special that they're about to bring into your reality. Your whole life is about to change. You're over this, Aquarius. And it's been a long time coming. And whatever they did, they left you feeling defeated and deeply betrayed. And like you just wasted your time. And unable to move forward from the betrayal. But all of that's changing now. Focus. You're in need of a clear direction. Decide what you want in life. And you're finally going to do that. You're finally going to be like, I'm not waiting on this. I don't need the validation from this person. I don't need the love and acceptance from this person. Like Aquarius, for this to be the main message of a whole reading for Sag season means that this is run pretty deep inside of you. And some of you, because of what's happened in this relationship, it really has impacted your other relationships or your ability to open up and trust and connect with others. And some of you have been working for a very long time, maybe even going to therapy and stuff to really overcome all of this. And at times it's felt bigger than you, like you would never heal, you would never get past this. And now finally you are. You're finally moving on. And you're ready to let go because you got the double star right there. Okay, and if this was love, I feel like there's either a new person on the scene that's already just trying to love you, or there's a new person that's about to come in very, very soon that wants to love you, or there's a good friend that the universe is going to bring into your life after you've been really destroyed and hurt by a friend or a family member. But this is, like I said, for this to be the primary message, this has to be a really big deal to some of you. So you're seeing this because you're finally moving on. You're finally letting go. The past finally no longer has a grip on you. And you're more excited about the present and the possibility and potential of what could be in the future. You've done a lot of work here, Aquarius, emotionally, mentally, as well as spiritually. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.